Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here we have kind of like a sub lesson, and this is basically a summary of the things that we have done before with the terminologies related to what we've discussed. So we'll go through each definition and explain as we go along, inshallah. Salim is a verb which does not have hamza, waw, or ya as one of the radicals, and in which the second and the third radicals are not identical. Okay, so basically, the best way to understand it, it's a regular verb which doesn't have any kind of change that takes place in it. That's called salim. Mahmuz is that verb which has hamza in any of the radicals. Akala, hamza as the first radical. And remember, when we say hamza, any alif which has a fatha, kasra or dhamma on it, that in fact is a hamza. Okay, so generally speaking, people who are from Pakistan or India, they don't regard an alif as a hamza, but the reality is that alif is only an alif when it's empty, and if it has any haraka on it, then it is a hamza. So hamza as the first radical, sa'ala, hamza as the second radical, in the middle, qara'a, hamza as the third radical or root letter. Muda'af is the verb in which the second and the third radicals are identical. Shamma, marra, hajja. So that's actually shamama, marara, hajaja. So those are the three root letters. Mithal is a verb which has waw or ya as the first radical. For example, wazana, waqafa, wada'a, ya'isa. This is also called mu'tallul fa. Ajwaf, a verb which has waw or ya as the second radical, like nama yanamu. There's actually nawima yanwamu. So that actually changed. Sara yasiru, also this was a ya in the middle. Sayara. Qala yaqulu, it was actually qawala yaqwulu. So this verb is also called mu'tallul ayn. Naqis is that verb which has waw or ya as the third radical. Okay, da'a yad'u, baka yabki, nasiya yansa. This is also called mu'tallul lam. Lafif is a verb which has waw or ya as more than one radical. It is of two kinds. So basically, any verb which has two of waw and ya in the verb, that is called lafif. Now there are two kinds of that. Lafif maqroon, which has waw or ya as the second and third radicals, kawa yakwi, and maqroon, the literal meaning of maqroon is joined. So you see the waw and the ya are joined together, so therefore this is known as lafif maqroon. Lafif mafruq, separated, it has waw or ya as the first and third radicals, like waqa yaqi and wa'a ya'i. So you have the waw and the ya as the radicals and the qaf in the middle, which separates the two, so therefore it's called mafruq. So this is called lafif mafruq. In lafif mafruq, only the second radical remains in the amr, because the first radical is omitted in the mudari and the third radical is omitted in the amr. The amr from waqa yaqi is qi and wa'a ya'i is a'i. Okay, so waqa yaqi, let's, for example, if you remember how to make the amr, it's actually from the word taqi. Okay, so just say, for example, this is the word taqi, and now what happens is you remove the ta from the beginning, it becomes qi, and in the halat of jazm, if you remember, the ya is going to be removed from the end, so all you're left with is qi, and you're probably not aware of it, but when we make dua, we say wa qina adhab an-nar. Oh Allah, save us. And wa is and, qi, save, na, us, from waqina adhab an-nar, save us from the punishment of the fire. And wa'a ya'i, the Amr from that is going to be I. The conjugation of that actually of the Amr is going to be qi, qiya, qu, qi, qiya, qina. Okay, it's second person Amr, and when we inshallah go into the more advanced lessons, we will learn this in more detail. Now skip to the the Arabic version of that, and this is basically the same thing, except it's explained in the Arabic form. فعل ماضي, مضارع مرفوع, مضارع منصوب, مضارع مجزوم, أمر, and then Salim, we've just mentioned already, it is those verbs that don't have harful illa, don't have hamza, don't have a double harful illa, doesn't have a dual letters which are the same. So basically a regular verb which doesn't have any of those what is called ilal, things which force a person to change the original form. So kataba, yaktubu, lan yaktuba, lam yaktub, uktub. So kataba is the madi, yaktubu mudari marfu, which has the dhamma at the end of it, lan yaktuba mudari mansub, which has the fatha at the end of it, mudari majzoom, which has the sukun at the end of it, and uktub amr. Mahmuz, akala, ya'kulu, lan ya'kula, lam ya'kul, kul. Sa'ala, yas'alu, lan yas'ala, lam yas'al, is'al, and also the word sal is used. And again, to learn the rules related to that, you can refer to the book of morphology in the advanced section of the website. قرأ, يقرأ, لن يقرأ, لم يقرأ, اقرأ. So this is mahmuzul lam, the third radical. It has a hamza. Muda'af, these are the forms of muda'af, dual. Mu'talul fa, waqafa yaqifu, lan yaqifa, lam yaqif, qif. Yaqifu, we've already learned that the waw gets deleted. It was yawqifu, it becomes yaqifu. And the mansub would be lan yaqifa, the majzoom would be lam yaqif, and the amr is going to be qif. So basically, you should learn all of these forms as much as possible, retain them so that it becomes second nature to you to understand which root letters the verb is from and which form it's from, so that when you're conjugating it, it becomes easier. So please do learn this, memorize all these forms as much as you can and as well as you can.